Okay, I'm going to try to make this video, see if it makes any sense to you. I took 2 YouTube videos and I kind of gleaned bits and pieces from them to what I was trying to achieve, and it seemed to work for me. So here's my rotary setup. I got my bed adjusted, and I have, let's see, so I have my user origin pegged right here, and I put a little black mark right where my red dot is, and I have my gauge all set. Now, on my computer, I went back and I looked at yours, and you had this box with this line, and I said something about diameter in the wrong place. I remember seeing that in a video somewheres. I did not do that. So here's what I did. I first started by going under machine settings, and I exported out, now this here already has changes, so don't grab these numbers. I saved out to my computer all of the factory settings that was in there. You do that by hitting save, and once it comes up, I named it OmTech default. That's what all the default settings were, and it will automatically set your LB set, and I saved that in my directory where I know it's going to be. Then I went back in and I made one for the rotary, so I didn't have to keep changing these settings. I gleaned this from another guy's video and it worked. I changed the idle speed to 20. That slows down the movement so it's not snapping across my cup or whatever it is. And then I changed the line shift speed to 20 as well. And rotary enabled true. And then I saved that out and I named that rotary. So every time that I go and I plug in my rotary, like I just did it a little while ago, and it didn't take the settings, so I had to turn off the whole laser machine, turn it back on, and then it kept everything the way it's supposed to be. So now I've got my rotary in, and this is a profile that I opened up. When you load it, so I'll do it right now, walk you through even though it's already done. I clicked rotary because that's what I want to do. I open it. It reads it. I need to write it to my controller. It's done. I hit OK. Now, in the rotary setup, enable rotary is done. OmTech's website said that the steps per rotation were 3,000 and the roller diameter was 2.5. When I checked it with my calipers, as well as another guy's video, it turned out mine were 2.655, and I end up having my steps per rotation at 2,900. Now here's how I came up with that. I go over, I selected move. I know that my cup on the rotary right now has a distance measured all the way around it, not the diameter, the circumference, all the way around is 11 inches. I slowed this speed down to 20 so it's not snapping on the rotary really fast. Don't worry about the Z speed. And then when I come over to my cup and I hit, oh, sorry, you're probably getting dizzy watching this video. I'm going to, on mine, when I do it one time, I got to click up, next time I got to click down, just because it just keeps going back and forth. I'm going to click this arrow to make the cup go around. So as I do that, I'm going to click it right now. The cup is going around. It's going slow because I told it 20 speed. And it should stop right on that dot again. When I put it to 3,000, it went over, so then I had to knock it down to 20, or I kept slowing it down. Finally figured out it was 29 with the measurement of the wheels. So now I know that my steps per rotation are taking it all the way around from start to finish because of these measurements are all done. This square that I have on here right now is a 1.5 inch square. I like to use my user origin so that way I know right here's my red dot right now on my cup. When I go to set it up, I'm going to put the diameter, the measurement across my cup in here. Leave these numbers alone. The 2,900 steps per rotation is 2.655 diameter. Never change those. But just put the diameter in. The circumference automatically changes. So I already measured it. I know that this cup that I put on there right now for test is 3.5. When I go to hit, as what I did is I don't want to go into the glass, so I sped this up and put it on the minimum settings of 300 by 8. Now when I go to hit start, I'll close this down. So now we just zip that around. I put 3 layers of tape on there. You're going to see double score because I already done it a couple other times. So now I can measure this and it's going to be 1.5 inches. That was too fast. 300. I would not use 300 when I was working on glassware or even the other tumblers. It's just way too fast. It just throws it off. But use those steps and you should be able to get that steps rotation. Try putting my numbers in. It may be good. A video I watched, another guy, his measurements were slightly different. So I don't know if OmTech is using different diameter from different suppliers. I don't know. Now here's just something I did. I took a little piece of acrylic and I got to do something a little better. Drill a hole, make some L bracket. But I just put this little piece of acrylic here. I duct taped it on. Because what I found was that they wanted to creep a little bit. So now it just bumps into, oh, here we go, now you can see it. It just bumps into that piece of acrylic and it does not move. For this video here, I did not check the level. I don't even know if that's right. It might be off a little bit. But I'm going to come up with some kind of a little L bracket because there is this opening back here. I could drill a hole and then make a little bit better bracket on there. But try putting those numbers in your rotary. Now, when I go back, I'm done using it. I'm going to go to machine settings. I am going to load my default because maybe I'm going to want to work on something else. I'll just double click it. I guess it doesn't like double. There it goes. So now it's loading back to the default. See now rather than 20, it's 300. And rather than 20, it's 100. This is off. And then I'm going to write this. Now, see, I notice here it says pulses per rotation. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to leave that alone. So I'm going to write this to the controller. It says successfully written. Okay, there. Now, if I go try to use my rotary access, it's not going to work. I can work on something else once I take it out. Hope this works for you. I'll send it to you. Walk through it. If not, hit me up on Messenger. We'll get you figured out. All right, good luck.